Hello and welcome back to TEW 2016, the branding solution, and we are now live on Smackdown, fresh off the back of Battleground. And we're in the pre-show, which includes the borrowed NXT talent. So here we are pushing the likes of Lance Rush and Alex Peck. Obviously they are the current NXT champions. Well, I have slightly different names for them. Lance Rush did have a title match on the pay-per-view, but he lost, so he's straight out with it for good now. We have the Forgotten Generation picking up a nice easy win, continuing their push as the tag team women's champions. I put Baron Corbin to basically squash Goldust. I need Baron Corbin to get better, and Goldust isn't going to be around much longer. I had Ember Moon defeat Makoto, and well, we are just pushing Ember Moon through the sky eventually, shall we say. And she's already improving. She's up to 32 at the beginning. I think she was only around 20s, so yes, the match is rated terrible, but she's going to a rating popularity is about 20ish, so it's going to be raising on the pre-show and the cards. Next up we have the Psycho Ward picking up a win. Again, it's a heel tag team. They're probably one of my lower women's tag teams, but this will help move them forward. Apollo Crews gets a win over Elias Sampson. Just what you need for him. Elias Sampson may have a future on the card, you never know. And we have SAS picking up a win. Scarlett Bordeaux and Stella Coleman. And the main event for the pre-show was Jay Lethal beating Cody Hall. We open the show with John Cena in the ring, completely out of character, demanding one more shot against Rollins without everybody else getting involved. He wants a one-on-one match at SummerSlam. John Morrison then hits the ring. Claire wants answers for why he got assaulted after retaining his title at Battleground. The Chosen Ones hit the ring, with Seth Rollins laughing off John Cena's title challenge, claiming that once again he failed. Why should he get another shot? He hands the mic over to Damien Sandow, who explains that they attacked Morrison because he injured Bad News Barrett, and he will be taking the title off him at SummerSlam. Edge comes out to the ring to to the ramp to defuse the situation. He books Morrison Sandow for SummerSlam, and he also makes another match. John Cena will get one more shot against Seth Rollins inside a Hell in a Cell. If John loses, he will not get another title shot until at least after next SummerSlam. And to stop interference, he will face each member of the Chosen Ones over the next 3 weeks. If he beats them, they're banned from ringside. If anyone interferes, Rollins will be stripped of the title on the spot, and that includes any involvement in the match at SummerSlam if they are banned. Now I think this is a good start. We have 3 matches booked for the 2 more weeks. Main events pretty much booked with Cena versus it's going to be Sandow and then Cody Rhodes. Drew McIntyre's the weakest member of the 3 remaining ones, so he is the guy facing him tonight. So this builds up. We have an Intercontinental title match, a World title match, and then we've got the Chosen One storyline has also gained heat. So this has helped 3 storylines. Great start to the show. So we go into the matches where we have a tag team match where we actually have probably 4 of the best 5 women on the show. Whence we have Sasha and Becky versus Charlotte and Nikki. Nikki won number 1 contenders match, but Charlotte will want a rematch against Sasha. So Sasha beats Nikki when Charlotte refuses to tag. It's that, the usual heel tag teams don't want to work together always. So this is basically to build a little divide between these two, and I may end up having a multi-women's match at SummerSlam for the title. The 60 is good. They're all improving in the ring, as you can see. Nikki was the weakest, but you look at Sasha 67, that's better than some of the guys on the roster at the moment, which is just like real life, but this takes a lot of time to get the women's ones going. And after the match, Banks and Lynch attack Nikki Bella. Charlotte runs in to try and make the save, but then turns on Nikki, again building up for the rivalry. You'll see here that it'll say JoJo's week on announcing. I am giving her a chance at replacing JR. I know it's a big risk because she's probably terrible at this sort of work. But if I was to turn this into an all-women's brand, I could have JoJo and Renee Young on commentary with someone else. So I've got to try and see if I can get her over. But as a segment, this is 70 is great for a women's segment on this show. Next up, we have Ryback just squashing R-Truth. Nothing too fancy. I didn't really know where to go with this, so it's more for this, where Apollo Crews challenges to Ryback to a match who refuses. I've decided to put the Ryback into the new men's storyline with Baron Corbin, Apollo Crews and Mark Henry. I think this will work, so we then have a women's tag team title number 1 contenders match. Well, that was a mouthful. Also, we know Peyton and Billie Kay are my current women's tag team champions, and I have gone with Culture Club, which is Emma and Summer Rae for the win. And they actually defeat Bad and Beautiful, where Cheryl Evans loses. And I have Alicia Fox involved in an attack because I'm going to use Bad and Beautiful with Eva Marie against Ember Moon and Alicia Fox. And Bayley and Asuka are in the Intercontinental one, which Emma is kind of part of. But again, I've moved 2 storylines on. They've both gained a bit of heat, got some improvements, and it didn't say JoJo was rubbish on this one. So we actually have a women's tag team championship match set up for SummerSlam. And afterwards they have their current champs come out and cut a promo. And they're not the best at this. They're never going to win these sort of things. But you've got to give them a chance to get to the next level. Next up we have Ajax destroy Candice LeRae. Again, we're just going to do what they've been doing, feeding the Ajax, the women, to destroy until I could decide or get her over enough to use her in something. We have a video package on Ember Moon. Again, as I said, trying to push her. Then we just have a little bit of a throwaway match here. We have Natalya versus Naomi. I'll give her Naomi the win because she needs a bit of momentum. They are technically in the tag title picture. I don't actually know if Naomi's got a partner in it. But Natty is with Becky, so they could come back into that in the future. Once that gets a bit higher, there is some good tag team women's I've got Nikki and Alexa Bliss, who I really want to try and use as well. But I've also got Charlotte and Dana, Sasha and Gal. We saw Oscar and Bayley, so we've got some other strong ones actually in tag teams ready for this sort of thing once everybody gets a bit more over. And afterwards, Naomi and Alexa Bliss start beating down Natalya, and Becky Lynch makes the save. this was just another let's see what we can do with it sort of thing. Now we have John Morrison and Adam Cole versus Team Rhodes Scholars. Yes, we still call them that. Let's move on both storylines. Sandow picked up the win over John Morrison, proving that he is going to be, it's the first time he's beaten Morrison, it won't be the last time. Adam Cole's there because he's still technically against them, so we'll see where that will go. Edge officially books that match. I don't know why I've done it twice, but I decided to book it again. I'm going to do the booking matches off camera now because they can take a bit of time. John Cena beats Drew McIntyre. So that's number 1 eliminated. And my main event, I went with Bray Wyatt and Daniel Bryan versus Rusev and Sheamus. This isn't my strongest match, I'm not gonna lie. These are all my main eventers. They're all kind of against each other. And I don't know if I want them to all have singles matches with each other next. Because one of them will have to step up to the main event. And I don't want to use Daniel Bryan again. Because he's had some epic matches. I need to really push Rusev and Sheamus. That was the reason why Rusev dropped his title. To push him into this main event picture. And post-match, Seth Rollins floored Bray Wyatt. Obviously Bray Wyatt has the Money in the Bank briefcase, is the biggest threat of that lot to Seth Rollins, and would be an easy contender to take out, be the next person to be added to the world title picture. This isn't going to be a good show. I think it's about a 73. Yeah, 73. Lost popularity. They always lose popularity, let's be honest. I'll head back to the main screen and see what they thought of my show. And we're back to the main screen, so we'll just see what they say about the show. I got a lot of praise. Decisions, it's just Carmella's new contract. Not worried about that. News, complaints, and Madison Lane could be available. Do we want her as well? Popularity, so. We'll give her a 1 year and see what happens. Another one to add to the bad and the beautiful. And we all know R-Truth is complaining again. That's what R-Truth does. Let's check the storylines for Smackdown. The Chosen Ones are 70 plus, C plus. Nia Jax, you know this is going to be bad to start with. That one is actually getting better, and I'm liking it. The New Men is always struggling around the 50s. The US title, I think, can get a lot better now. I will probably take Goldust out of that. And probably Lance Rush too. I'm going to leave Jay Lethal. I'll take Jay Lethal out as well. Women's Championship, that is probably at its highest point. I may take Paige and Becky out of that now. And focus on just the 3 of them. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to have Triple Threat or Fatal 4-Way. Because Becky hasn't had a match, so I might do an idea where we'll work out something for them. This is getting lower. I could easily take some of these out and mix them up, like Rusev, Daniel Bryan, Sheamus and Bray Wyatt probably could have their own sort of pay-per-view or own sort of storyline. I want Bray in there because of Money in the Bank. So that's all I can really do. This is getting better. And we have ourselves a match set up for the next pay-per-view. And this is getting better, so that's good. Creative meeting. Will Sasha be number 1? Nope. Nakamura's made it onto that list randomly with Oblivion Max. Sasha's on there, but somehow it's a bit random. Alicia Fox is no longer number 1. That is great. Summer Rae is going to come off that list too, hopefully. Now that will conclude this show. Well, thank you all for watching. Now we're going to go into the pre-booking matches I've set up, and we'll be back with Shockwave tomorrow. And remember, leave any comments on any potential matches you want to see in below.